I'm Spencer.
I'm Eric.
And it's your boy, JD.
And this is The Itch.
Welcome.
And we're here to review
Assassin's Creed Syndicate for the PlayStation 4.
Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
That's right. Lag. It exists. Let's get started. Freaks.
It exists.
Spencer, I need you here too.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, developed by Ubisoft. Ooh, imagine that. Came out, the 23rd or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, picked it up for PS4.
Do I need to look this up? Like,
I picked it up for my dad that same day.
Oh, you have it too?
No, for my dad. He has it.
Oh, gotcha. On Xbox.
Yes, on Xbox One.
Did you have any frame rate issues?
He hasn't said anything to me about it. I honestly haven't been able to catch up with him.
Okay. So anyway, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, story-wise, takes place in 1868, Victorian era, quote-unquote, of London.
Incoming accents.
shine your shoes, governor.
You thought they were going away, eh? They're not. So anyway, essentially,
I thought for a halfpenny.
You play as two respective assassins, Evie and Jacob Fry. They are brother and sister, who are left with the difficult task of clearing on their own. Really.
I'm not a French fry.
Shut up. They're about clearing London of Templar influence, which if you didn't know what the Templars are, just think Illuminati, and the Assassins are your best friends ever. So throughout their course, they meet a bunch of other people, a lot of historical figures, right? You got your Charles Dickens, right? What? What are you smiling for? I love you too, dog. What?
I haven't seen you in forever.
Anyway, I haven't seen you. Just let me take you in.
All right, hands over the table.
You get your Charles Darwin. That's always interesting. Rocking the sickest beard. You got your Alexander Graham Bell, who is my favorite of the people that you help because he's just so friendly. And then there was actually what's that called? What's that term that people use for Nightingale? Madam Nightingale or whatever. Florence Nightingale, thank you, is in there as well. And also there's a child, a female, like she runs a ring of like kids who are like oppressed by like work conditions and stuff like that. You go into a couple factories, it's pretty bad, and they're getting just worked. And they're like, "Oh, don't forget to pick up the coal." So anyway, gameplay.
Dead Serenity says that they do sound like that. I'm not sure if the voice actors are actually English, but it sounds like they're putting it on, especially the guy.
Fry.
Yeah.
Maybe their voice acting wise, it's not that bad. It's actually okay. It's pretty good. Now that I think about it, Evie sounds now that you do mention it though, Evie sounds really like she's not even trying to be like
she's natural
English.
Or bad?
Yeah, like sounds like it's like, oh, let's go do it. Like she doesn't sound like she's trying. But anyway, gameplay wise, it functions like Unity in the sense where you have the ability to obviously scale walls, and in previous Assassin games, scale walls, jazz, parkour. Yeah. They've obviously taken steps to rectify the monstrosity that was Unity. The biggest thing, and I was literally laughing when I saw this, in Unity you can go in and out of houses, okay, which is neat, right? And you can like stand in there if you want to. You're just like, oh, cool. They scaled that back on Syndicate because frame rate issues. It's a big game. So what happens now is instead of you having to like position yourself properly, just hit L1 and he'll jump into it, which I just think is hilarious. I'm like, you could have fixed this last year. Like, what the hell? You get access to some pretty cool tools. This is the first Assassin's Creed where you actually have a driven vehicle, so you can get on horse carriages. And I gotta say, it's actually pretty fun. When you get on a horse carriage and like say you have a bunch of your gang members, you're like, get on the horse carriage, and they'll ride somewhere, and then like you're getting chased by the bad guys, and you're like, or you jump onto their carriage and you're taking people out systematically.
And it's got a grapple hook, right?
Yes, you have access to the I forgot what they call it. We'll just call it the grapple hook.
Grapple.
What? Hook.
Hook.
Okay. So anyway, the grapple hook functions as sort of like a Spider-Man-y kind of tool. You can use it and latch onto buildings and stuff like that. Yeah. So it allows you to scale buildings really easily, which thankfully they put that in. I can't imagine an Assassin's Creed without it. They do have an interesting combat system. I can't say I'm completely sold on it because it's really button mash heavy. So, like, say for instance, I'm Fry, right? And I'm attacking your villain, and I'm punching you a bunch of times, and I'm just like do. And then there'll come a time where it'll be like,
Eric's staring at your ears. Anyway, keep going.
Why?
I wasn't staring at his ears. He said we're fighting, so I just stabbed him.
Anyway, so his health bar will turn yellow, and then he's getting ready to attack me. Then I have to counter, so I hit circle instead of square, and I counter him, and then I can beat up on him more. Well, when his health bar turns white, he's blocking. And I need to hit X to break his guard and then to beat him up, Yeah. And then you can imagine when you're fighting 6 or 7 guys, it just progressively gets more like, shit! Like you're micromanaging.
Yeah. So in this game, would you say that the stealth is still not as required?
No,
I think it's more.
I think it's more. Purposely, in order to free the land of London from the Templar influence, you essentially have to resort to stealth on a couple of missions. So like some of the missions you have to kidnap people, so like bad guys. And when you do those missions, you have to be stealthy, or the guy's gonna run away. And you're gonna have to chase him down. It takes fucking forever.
Can't you just wait till they get in the carriage and drive the carriage where you want it to go?
They're not gonna go to the carriage unless you get spotted. Then they're gonna be like, shit, Lee, that's an assassin. Because assassin influence in London is incredibly low. So when they see one, they're like, shit, But anyway, that's the thing about the twins is they operate differently. Jacob's all about brawling. Evie's more traditional assassin. She has an emphasis on stealth. So there's certain skills that one learns that the other won't learn. Like Evie can turn invisible. If she stands still enough time, they consider it like octo camo. Octa camo.
Is that in Metal Gear Solid?
4. Yeah, you hit triangle and you just kind of blend in. Remember that?
Yeah.
So it's the same as that, except it's 100% all the time. You just have to stand still for 3 seconds, and you can't have already been spotted. So like if someone's coming towards you, like shit, you just stand still, then go on. So it's kind of neat. It definitely makes you prefer her in stealth missions, and then with Jacob has a lot of tools that regenerate his health. Like if he gets a multi-kill, for instance, he regenerates health. So if you're going to be in a really long fight, it pays to have Jacob. You know what I mean? Yeah. You can take the other ones, but there's clearly specialties. Obviously, there's that. There's the trains, which is kind of neat. Your hideout's a train, so it always goes around. And you can be like, get on the train and escape.
So kind of, in a way, kind of like Metal Gear Solid, where your way out is kind of mobile.
Yeah, I mean, you can. Obviously, there's fast travel. Obviously, there's the grappling hook. Obviously, there's the carts that you can take. Okay. But you can also take a train. Like, I've only done it once because the train hardly ever comes to where I'm at. Mm-hmm. But if I'm like getting destroyed, I'm like, I need to leave. And I'm like, I'm trying to light a choke, and then we stopped like literally like a couple yards away, and I was like, shit.
I don't know what hurts more, my hangover or these accents.
So
fancy a ride on the trolley.
So anyway, graphically the game looks great. I cannot stress that enough. The game looks really nice.
It does.
I've
seen it.
I've caught myself just randomly taking pictures and being like, it's a good shot. Yeah.
Did I do that?
It's pretty amazing.
I caught myself.
But then frame rate wise, it's definitely an upgrade from Unity. Unity was running at like 23, like
what would you guess we run it at?
19, 30.
Okay,
maybe a little more than 30. I could be wrong. I gotta double check, but it was more consistent. There was frame rate drops, but they picked it back up quick enough.
The only MC Newton says he can't play Syndicate. He played too much Zelda Spirit Tracks.
I don't get it.
There's a train in that you're always on.
Oh.
Sigh in your mic.
Anyway, graphically, it's great. Sound-wise, voice acting is fine. There's no problems with it. It's nice to see some of these guys and their own personalities kind of shine through. Yeah. And it's definitely, I think, the highlight of later Assassin's Creed games are the characters, not necessarily the story itself. You like to hear the characters talk. But man, the shit they get involved in is just so A to B to C. It's just fucking boring. What else? Kind of a problem that I have with the game. Big problem that I have with the game is it felt short. As much as stuff that you have available, if you stick to the main scenario quest, you're gonna get through the game really easy.
Like how long?
So if you're playing it,
Yeah.
probably like total, maybe like 20 hours.
That's not
Oh,
bad.
that's
a good amount.
No.
I mean, for
No!
for the way he plays.
Yeah, I like it.
What, just speed running through the main scenario quest?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Maybe it's not. Maybe 15 then.
15 still fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, I just felt like it was because, dude, guys, you gotta understand. I'm playing Witcher right now. I just got out of Bloodborne again, and I'm getting ready to go back into it. It feels different. That's all I'm saying. So, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do. You know, there's races and things like that. As far as pros go for the game, it's really fun. It's a great era. There's a lot of stuff that's going on that actually makes you stop and stare. I climbed Big Ben and I was like, oh, what's up? You know, I went to
There's the Americans playing Assassin's
what's that
Creed.
place called that's defended by the Royal Guard? Buckingham Palace, and that was pretty cool.
I have no idea how I knew that.
Nice, smart guy. You're from the UK. Don't worry about it. Went to Buckingham Palace. I met the Queen. That was pretty sick. She knighted me.
With her mouth?
No, she's fucking ugly. You meet the Prime Minister. That was cool too. You meet a lot of pretty cool characters and stuff like that. What else? Visually, it's great. It feels more alive world-wise. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
Like, you'll just be walking, and then some gang members are going to be like, hey, let's go then, to your gang members. And they're going to be like, oh, you want to go? You want to go? And then someone kills somebody.
You what? Does somebody say you what, mate? At all in there?
Maybe.
Please.
I will say there is a lot of dialogue that they say that I've just, like, zoned out. Because they talk so much, which is great. They'll just be like, "I was sitting right there," and then they'll see you scaling and be like, "Oh, look how fast she goes!" You know?
Dead Serenity, who is a Londoner,
what?
has said blasphemy. Take his head. And Otis Daniel says, "Did you meet Princess Diana?"
Oh no,
Yeah.
that's mean.
Yeah, he met her in a freeway.
I met her in the afterlife.
Met her a couple times down a freeway.
But there's a lot of stuff that's going on with the game, so it does feel more alive than say Unity, which was just trying to push performance and like graphical, and then failed. Then failed and had a really shitty, just like everything else.
Yeah. Is there multiplayer?
No, there's not multiplayer, which can be taken as good or bad. Me personally, I like to buy games that have a multiplayer component because I know I'm gonna stick around with them. Mm-hmm. If they don't have it, they better have a really good single player. Mm-hmm. And that's where I lead to the cons. Personally, I felt like story-wise, the game just kind of fell flat. It's a pretty basic story again. From what you're used to expecting with Assassin's Creed, having two different planes of story, with the real world and in the Animus, that's not present. You have a very simple story outside the Animus and inside the story.
So like Assassin's Creed 1 Animus?
No, that's how it should have been. Where there's like, because there's a lot of stuff going on outside.
Well, there was a lot of talking and stuff, but like you didn't do anything.
No, you didn't. You were first person the whole time, but there was a lot of implications as far as to what happened, because especially towards the end when Lucy's like, hey, I'm an assassin. She's like, I'm going to get you out of here.
Dead Serenity's asking, were there modern day sections in it? Or is that gone?
No, there were modern day sections. None that you played. They were all cinematic.
Okay.
And they followed Rebecca and I forget the other guy's name. Sean. Rebecca and Sean. And it was just really like plain. You know?
Okay.
Like it's just nothing crazy happening. And you're playing as I forgot what they called them. Alkalite. It starts with an A.
Acolyte.
No, it's another word though. It's like in training. It's not Acolyte though. I forget the name of it, but you're playing as that, and you're tasked with like getting inside the Animus and figuring out where this Eden or the Shroud of Eden is.
Apprentice?
No,
I think it's.
I'm stuck back on that. Right?
Yeah.
no, it's not. It's actually not one of those. I can assure you guys.
Aristocrat. Aristocat.
Adawan.
Artesian.
He's an Adawan, right?
Adawan. So there's no real.
In their opinion, the Jedi are evil.
And the other thing about the what's it called? The other thing about the out of the Animus segments is that there's literally like only 3. throughout the entire game, which is bullshit.
I
And they're
actually
so
really
quick.
enjoyed the Out of the Anima stuff from the first one.
Yeah, because it felt
Even
like
the second one,
the
right?
world was more alive. Yeah.
Yeah.
And in
like-
the third one, you're actually controlling Desmond and you assassinate people as Desmond.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff that's going on.
I haven't played since the third one. Like, really played.
Oh, well.
I've picked it up and messed around with the controls and stuff, but I've never actually gone through the story since the third one.
Not really missing too much. But
That's kind of why
as it stands, as the cons, the game feels a little too short for my taste. Maybe different for other people. There isn't a multiplayer component, which I feel like this game should have really taken advantage of because you can switch between the brother and sister at the drop of a hat.
I think they should have put it like a co-op.
A co-op would have made more sense. Just another guy.
That would be
with
fun.
you. Yeah, be like, all right, either you take the highs, I take lows, like something like that. But the other con is kind of the combat system just feels a little janky. Like you can get like triple kills and quad kills, and it's nice, but man, it gets boring just watching them break people's arms, and I'm like, that could never happen.
Yeah.
Would I recommend this game? Not for $60. This
Okay.
is a $40 game to someone who is a fan of Assassin's Creed or the time period in which it's placed in. It's a $30 game for anyone else otherwise. If you think you'll have fun with it, if you're not really familiar with the series, sure, why not? Pick it up. You'll probably have a great time. It's definitely a step in the right direction. The next Assassin's Creed that comes out next year hopefully builds upon this. I don't know what time period it's going to be in.
And maybe to get to $60, maybe a better storyline and multiplayer.
Better storyline. I would take a better storyline over the multiplayer because there are certain things in like Assassin's Creed 3, for instance. The storyline was fun to me to see father-son dynamic. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it for our review. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section below or on the stream right now. But until then, I'm JD.
I'm Spencer.
And this is Yitch. Thanks for watching.
Bye!